Hi, I'm in my living room today. We're going to do 8-7 and we're going to talk about lines, parallel lines and perpendicular lines. If a line is parallel, they run like this forever. They just run together. They never cross. Kind of like railroad tracks that are side by side one another. They never cross. So the other set of lines that we're going to talk about today are perpendicular lines. When they cross, they form a cross. And they have a right angle in the area that they cross. So on page 297, I'm going to read out of the book to you and you can read along. The lines and line segments in these pairs are parallel. They run like railroad tracks right beside each other. The lines over here, the line segments and the lines. So remember, the line segments have a dot, an end point on each end, and a line has an arrow on each end. They are not parallel. Right here down below, you can do number 2 on your own, but number 3, I want to show you what I'm looking for number 3. Let me see if I can show you this. Okay, so number 3, see that? Okay, you're gonna make a long line on one side of the figure and a short line on the other. So you've got your line here on one side and then a little short line here. And then you could see that you have to reach up to connect that side. And down here, you'd have to reach down to connect that side. Okay, so that makes a rhombus, I think, a rhombus. It also is asking you to label those line segments. So you would label your line over here. You'd have an end point here and an end point here. And you would label it maybe A, B. And then your short line that's over here, you'd have an end point here and an end point here. And you might label that D, E. Okay, that's all they're asking you to do. Turn the page. This page is showing you what a perpendicular line is. And a perpendicular line, remember I said it looks like a cross when they cross, when they intersect. And there are right angles in there. So here, they are crossing. And there's a right angle, and there's a right angle, there's a right angle, and there's a right angle. With this one, it is a line. So you can draw this all the way down here. You can keep going and draw this one all the way over here and keep going. And it crosses and it makes right angles in the middle there. Same way with this. Okay? So those are examples of right angle or perpendicular lines. Down below, you're going to do the same thing as on 297. Right here, number 4, cross that out. Don't do it. We just talked about it. On page 297, number 1 there, cross that out. We talked about it, so you don't have to answer that. Just answer 2 and 3, 5 and 6. On page 299 already, they're asking you, what are those lines? Look at number 7. It says, tell whether each pair is parallel or perpendicular or neither. Number 7, we've got that right angle in there, so we know what that is. Number 8, it's not a parallel line and it's not perpendicular. So it's neither. do 9 and 10 on your own. Number 11, it says draw parallel lines using line segments. Don't forget your end points. Number 12 says, first draw a line segment 3 centimeters long, then draw a line segment 6 centimeters long that looks perpendicular to the first segment. So they're talking about a line like this. Okay? Go to the last page. Lines on a map. We're just going to tell if the streets are perpendicular, if they are parallel. And then number 16. I want you to answer that one on Dojo. Tell me if they will meet, and if so, where? Okay? Thanks, boys and girls. See you next time. Bye.